And when you said same division, I thought you were going to get it. I thought you had it there.
The Vikings.
Oh, the same division as the Vikings.
Right.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant the same division as he's in now with the Buccaneers. He is 4-0
Now I'm
against Tampa.
devastated because I confused everybody.
He is 5-0 against the Cowboys, 6-0 against the Vikings and the Falcons. It's well played. How did they get there? Let's show you. Yesterday,
I got no chance with that
Minnesota.
question.
No, that was an unfair question. But here comes Brady. Here we go. Oh, and his best friend's in attendance. Roger Goodell was there to watch the game. First quarter, Bucks 3rd and 3. And Dan, Brady just did not look good in the first quarter at all.
Yeah, especially on third down. He gets a little spot route. Gronk kind of pops wide open there and just oversails that run early to start that game.
Yeah, here comes another one. You're going to see Brady stepping up in the pocket. He's going to have a wide open Chris Godwin. Dan, what happens here?
Yeah, this is great protection, and Brady's really getting to number 3 or number 4 in his progression. He starts to his right, it's not there. Pump fake, it's not there. Middle of the field's going to vacate, and he sees that linebacker's like, do I rip it now? Or do I try to get it up over his head? That indecision, the unsettledness really showed up. But this was awesome. Great protection, hang in the pocket, see the safety cut, and then he's got his this is his deep threat. Scotty Miller. This is awesome. To find that post, that ball goes 50-plus yards downfield. An absolute dime from Tom Brady. Finally got this offense going.
Scotty Miller had become the forgotten man in this offense. They go up 7-6, then a big play, Rex. Right before halftime, they're going to get a pass interference in the end zone on Gronk. Is this a good call?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, we can call this every single game, and it's never called.
They would get a field goal out of it. 17-6 is your score. Same score in the second half. And you know what? They ran the ball, Dan. This is Shady McCoy. They ran it for 107.
Yeah, Shady McCoy knows that play. A little bit of an inside zone, get that defender to sync up, and then that wrap around the outside, and then that 12 personnel play action pass ball to Mike Evans. This is awesome because it comes out on time. One hitch, it's in between that safety coming over and that corner that's drifting in underneath. A perfect throw by Tom Brady, and then finish it off. Little flash fake, Gronk high in the end zone, touchdown Tampa Bay. Buccaneers go on to win it 26-14, and afterwards their head coach was very excited about what he saw.
When asked early this week about our identity, I think we just showed our identity. We can do any damn thing we want to do.
That's an interesting way to look at this thing. And it does beg the question, Dan Orlovsky, what game do we think he watched?
I didn't watch the same Tampa Bay game that Bruce Arians did. I thought they were the most unimpressive team that I focused on yesterday. I mean, they earned 21 points. They scored 24. You're not going to get that Hail Mary field goal that whatever, if it's a penalty or not, you're probably not going to get those 3 points traditionally. And then the Vikings kind of hurt themselves with all those missed kicks. That's 10 points right there. I mean, you could easily lost that football game to a team that was in overtime against the one-win Jags the week before. And you look the same as you did before the bye week. There wasn't a ton of, impactful pre-snap motion. There wasn't a ton of play-action pass. There wasn't a ton of 12 personnel. There was a drive in the third quarter that looked cool. Other than that, you looked very similar. So I walk away going, what did you guys do in the bye week? What did you figure out in the bye week that you're like, we got to do more of that or we got to do less of this? I thought the Buccaneers looked very similar to what they did for the great majority of this season offensively. And they were really unimpressive to me in their win.
What'd you see, RC?
No, I think that you guys hit it dead on. I don't know what game he was watching, but this is what I do know about BA from spending some time with him in Pittsburgh is he is very much like our friend Marcus Spears. He ain't scared of that yak. And, you never know. Maybe he got hers before he gave this post-game press conference because that's not it. That team you saw doesn't make you walk into your post-game press conference with your chest poked out thinking that arrogantly confident that you played a great game or that you could do whatever the hell you want. This isn't a team that moved the ball up and down the football field against the Minnesota Vikings. This isn't a team that blew the Minnesota Vikings out without them losing 10 points because Dan Bailey can't kick the oblong ball made of pigskin through the big H. They were struggling offensively against the Minnesota Vikings. They missed some plays early until the Scotty Miller big touchdown. They didn't run the football necessarily as efficiently as I think they need to for the play action game to be great. And this defense wasn't dominant at all. This is the team that's supposed to be ascending to be an NFC championship contender, and they are not. And that's what Bruce Arians should have been talking about more than the fact that they could do whatever the hell they want.
Now, to take the other side of it, Rex, I know there is something they did that you liked very much.
Well, I actually like the fact they did at least attempt to run the football. So, and they got Brady under center some. So if there's a positive that way, let's face it, you know what they do over the bye week? They probably played a lot of golf. They wanted to play a little more golf than they did. But yes, no, none of us know what the hell Bruce is talking about. Maybe it's the fact that they did run the football a little more. And yes, he knows you're going to have to be balanced. Especially, you know, going into this month and in the playoffs.
So as you watch them, and again, we're going to get to some of the other teams. We've seen New Orleans, we've seen, and obviously New Orleans has beaten them twice this year, Green Bay and others. Is Tampa right now, that team you watched yesterday, are they a threat to make a deep playoff run?
No, I don't see that. And let's face it, Dalvin Cook, you know, they ran the ball down their throat. And who outplayed who? If they had a kicker like, you know, Dan Bailey, look, bless his heart, he was a good kicker at once. But nobody cares who the hell you kick for, you know, before.
Right.
You got to do a job right now, and he didn't do it. And all the momentum you lose when you don't kick field goals.
A quick final thought. Go ahead, Danny.
I just think that there's nothing in this football team that makes me go, like, the expectations are Super Bowl. There's nothing in this football team that I go, that's a Super Bowl caliber performance or unit or identity. I don't see that at all with this football team.
Very quickly, I'm being told in my ear that Doug Peterson has done a radio interview this morning. I'm just going to throw this in and says he has not made a decision yet on who his quarterback is going to be next week. We have very definitively made that decision for him.
We chose Jalen.
Doug, if you're watching, the choice has already been made. You may be the last one to know. Okay, all kidding aside, let's get on to our next games here because we go through Tampa and we get to the NFC East. Can they win playoff games if they are this kind of one-dimensional?
No way can they do it, but nobody can. You have to have balance when you get in the playoffs. And this is like unreal. And you know it was coming. We all felt it was coming. And then they just, and the other point is this. We have an old Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. He went against a young Ben Roethlisberger on the other side. So Josh Allen, to me, that's what this guy used to look like. And he ain't there. And so right now, Big Ben is, you know, he's older. He doesn't have the arm strength he once had. And you're putting everything on his shoulders when you don't have a run game. So to me, I think it's what Ryan's saying. Who can they beat in the playoffs? I'm not sure they can beat anybody in the playoffs.
Dan Orlovsky, let's pick up on that point on Josh Allen. To come out, he did not have a huge first half. And then in the first two drives of the second half, when they basically took over the game, he was 8 of 8 for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns. What are you seeing right now in Josh Allen?
Yeah, there is no other quarterback in the AFC playoff picture race outside of Patrick Mahomes that I want in the fourth quarter than Josh Allen. And I'm not going to let you guys make this about the Steelers. This is about the Buffalo Bills. This is about the Buffalo Bills because there's a lot of Buffalo Bills doubt and there's a lot of Buffalo Bills hate. And everyone's like, they don't have enough signature wins or their quarterback's not good enough. You guys, everyone watched the second half yesterday? Everyone watched what he did on third downs yesterday? Third and longs when the game's trying to get decided. One shallow cross is there. Tight end uncovered. Get it out of your hands. Quarterback sneak. Outstanding job by him of navigating their offense in situational football and then being the difference maker in the fourth quarter. And that's what I love about Josh Allen's game. Everyone was saying, like, the Buffalo Bills, they don't have any signature wins. They got 10 wins. 7 of them. 7 are against teams that are 500 or better. You know, this is a team that has a quarterback playing top 5 football. They got a top 5 coaching staff. They got an offensive dominant in 2 different ways, pass blocking or run blocking. Stephon Diggs is a dog. I know he's really good and a really good route runner. He's also a dog, a guy that wants the ball in crunch time, and their defense is getting better. Stop the Buffalo Bills' doubt. They're the second best team in that conference and the only one that has a chance to beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
I will say this too. Go ahead, Rex.
Yeah, right now, the funny thing is, they have the second best quarterback in the AFC.
Correct.
So when you look at it, how do you win games? You win games on third down and the red zone. He's always been the best in both those categories, and he can lead his team from behind. So to me, if their defense keeps getting better, this is the team to watch out for.
RC, you look skeptical.
Oh no, listen. I agree with everything everybody's saying. I know the Bills Mafia is extremely excited that we're talking about them, and Dan is getting mad at people and talking about everyone. I don't know who everyone is who has said all these things. And then now Rex is saying things like, and now Rex is saying things like Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in the AFC. I agree with everything but that. I think Deshaun Watson is. But the one thing Rex is right about is that when you look at a team and you think about any team that is going to be in the playoffs, it's Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills that you have to be scared of. You have to wipe away what you saw early on in the season when Kansas City and Buffalo played. Josh Allen is more confident now. This defense is playing better football, and they have a rushing attack with two running backs that's starting to get better. The Buffalo Bills are scary, and people better hope they don't get